Christian Barmore is finally back, and boy, oh boy, did it feel good to see this defensive lineman in action on Sunday versus the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to go ahead and break down what Christian Barmore being back for the defense will mean moving forward, but on the back half of the show, they made a surprising move after the loss, and could this be hinting at another player's return? Well, that's why you guys stick around. All right, let me ask you guys this real quick. Want to give Christian Barmore some love? I mean, the 25-year-old has been battling blood clots, comes back to play the sport that he loves. I mean, you got to give him credit where credit's due. Hit that like button for me just to give him some well wishes. All right, let's get you guys up to date here. Christian Barmore is diagnosed with blood clots in June. He signed a $92 million four-year extension in April, which is proving that he's obviously going to stay here for the future for the Patriots because he is the future of the Patriots on the defense. And he led New England in sacks last year with an 8.5. While he didn't tally any sacks in his first game back, it was just good to see him back, honestly, sooner than expected. After the game, Christian Barmore did come out and kind of talked about his feelings a little bit about playing again. And Barmore did let us know that he was actually told he wasn't going to play this season, which is not unfamiliar at all. David Andrews, he missed the 2019 year because he had blood clots. Most athletes, they get diagnosed with blood clots, sit out for the season because it is such a tedious thing to deal with. You have to change your entire body in terms of taking blood thinners, figuring out what you can do to help elevate that. Make sure the blood clot doesn't move because you don't want to make it even worse than it already is. But instead, he comes back in week 11 after being diagnosed on his 25th birthday in June. And he played 21 snaps. Was it the game changer? No, but it just to have him back on the field to help out that defense, whether it was just visibly seeing Barmore out there or actually playing next to him. He tallied 3 tackles, so obviously we've got some ground to make up here, but honestly, he could have been out there with 0 tackles and I wouldn't have cared. The man is playing football again, and the Patriots need Barmore on that 3-4 front because he is a leader, and when he's fully healthy, he is one of the best players on defense that you have. And that's Barmore's goal, right? To keep getting healthier, to keep coming back to his full extent. After the game, Christian Barmore said, I felt good. Still trying to get in game shape, but I felt real good. I'm still good. Really just keep grinding, man. Just keep doing extra work. That stuff is out of my lungs now. This shit was in his lungs. That is extremely scary. Thank God. Just keep on grinding, but I feel really good. I feel really well. And that's what he said for playing on Sunday. So now knowing that it's out of his lungs, he's ready to come back, he's ready to start being healthier. He's entering into a defense that is very middle of the pack right now in terms of pass rush and run stop win rate. 39%, 19th in the league, and then 31% on the run stop is the 16th in the league. And we know that Christian Barmore coming in having 3 tackles, playing about 30% of his snaps, isn't going to change this in one game. But you're starting to look ahead. You're starting to move forward. You're starting to get your 3-4 front back with Devon Godchaux, Keon White, and Christian Barmore. That's what it's really about. And now moving forward, now that we've seen that he's back and ready to go, there are 3 areas that his skill set is really going to help out with. Sack production. All right. Right now, we do have Dietrich Wise Jr. and Keon White, who are tied for a team-high 5 sacks. Matthew Stafford was untouched in the Week 11 game versus the Patriots. Christian Barmore having nearly double-digit sacks last season. He's now going to be able to either add more pressure, make it harder for the offensive line to stop all 3 of those defensive linemen, or maybe even allow to be able to break out and get his first sack of the season. And remember how I said that even though he had 3 tackles in the box score, I know his presence on that field meant so much more to the Patriots than it can even imagine. The veteran leadership that he is going to provide on the field in a very young defense. There's only 2 guys on defense that are over 30 years old. And Barmore, he's 25. He's not the oldest veteran out there, but he does know what it takes to win. He's been there. He's living proof of it. And then obviously we can always use help in the pass rush, which was his specialty last year when Judon was out. And now we're really going to need that this year with Juwan Bentley out as well. I think the Patriots defense just got better. I do. Christian Barmore going to obviously ease his way back into the games. He didn't want to overload his production in Week 11, but I could see by Week 14, max maybe, I could see him taking about 75% of the snaps again like he used to. Like this video if you guys agree the Patriots defense just got better. But the Patriots defense did make a pretty interesting move here. We're going to talk about the Patriots waiving a cornerback on the back half of the show. Stick around. First things first, let me tell you guys about PrizePicks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America. If you guys aren't playing PrizePicks, I mean, honestly, what are you doing? PrizePicks is available in over 30 different states, including Cali, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. And when I play PrizePicks, I always love to have a little crossover in there. Yes, I love picking just one sport or maybe just a couple of players, but when you can combine basketball and football and some of your favorite athletes from all over, collegiate and professional, it just makes game day a little bit more fun. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of either of these teams. But am I going to be sitting on my couch later watching Monday Night Football? Absolutely. And I want to have a little bit extra in the stakes. Joe Mixon taking more on 90 rushing yards and Steph Curry taking that more on 25 points going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. So here are my PrizePicks. If you guys want to go ahead and make yours super easy, all you guys have to do is download the PrizePicks app. Use promo code CLNS. You're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Download the PrizePicks app. Use promo code CLNS. This will get you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. The Patriots released Marco Wilson earlier this afternoon. It really was, not surprising considering how crappy he played in Week 11 against the Rams, but it is very interesting in the way that they released him so suddenly while another player's activation from the IR is creeping up there. And Adam Schefter also made this a note here saying Patriots waived CB Marco Wilson per source, and Wilson played extensively during Sunday's loss to the Rams. Wilson has been a backup for the Patriots in the secondary primarily since Alex Austin has been hurt, since they've been trying to find a role for Isaiah Bolden, since they've had Jonathan Jones, Marcus Wilson, and obviously Christian Gonzalez. And with 13 tackles in 9 games, 8 of them being solo, 1 pass breakup, I mean, you're not really losing a top guy here, obviously. I would like to see that pass breakup to be a little bit higher if you played 9-10 games so far this season. But this is why it's interesting. Is Alex Austin ready to come back? We have not seen Alex Austin since Week 3 when he got injured. And you guys know, you can go look at my videos all the way in the preseason. I loved Alex Austin in training camp. I thought he could be a complete comparison next to Christian Gonzalez. Right now on the depth chart, they have him working a little bit behind Christian Gonzalez, but we have now figured out that when you've got somebody like Gonzo, you need somebody that's going to kind of compare and contrast to his skill set. And he's been on the reserve list here, Austin has. Pats need to activate him before Wednesday or else he's out for the season because a couple weeks ago they did activate his 21-day window, which allows him to come back to practice without having to play in the games. But right now is day 19, so they have until Wednesday, and he has not played since Week 3. So now that you have Marco Wilson gone, this does leave you with the lone defensive draftee, Marcellus Dial, Isaiah Bolden in your depth chart, and then, of course, the IR is Alex Austin, which I would assume would probably take over the nickel position for Del Pettis, but Pettis has been doing really good as well, and that's an undrafted free agent right there. So overall, I do think that Alex Austin is going to improve this secondary a lot more than Marco Wilson definitely was. I mean, it's tough because you hope he does find a home, and hopefully that home could be with the Patriots practice squad, but it's really interesting now that the Patriots are starting to get some players back, right? You got Christian Barmore coming back. You got Kendrick Bourne, who was suddenly benched last week, comes out, gets the team high 70 yards. Now you got Alex Austin creeping back up into the depth chart. I think this is starting to prove the Patriots are right around the corner from being a victorious team. And as they start getting these players back, they can start finding their identity and really figuring out who they need moving forward for the NFL draft. So my last question for you guys is, you want Alex Austin back in the secondary? It's super easy to let me know, let them know. All you guys have to do is hit that like button. And if you guys haven't already, once you're done hitting that like button, just scroll over a little bit and hit subscribe.